Hey there, here's a little lesson for Michael. He said he wanted to learn this song. It's pretty doable. It's got some cool stuff going on. The verse is going to be straight up in the key of D minor with some cool little bass stuff going on. The chorus is going to transpose for a second to the key of D major, and we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk a little about secondary dominance. So anyway, this song's going to start with this nice little riff. It's just kind of a descending line starting on D on the 5th fret of the 5th string. We'll play each note twice. What that little D, C, B, B flat, A, G, F, E. So again, moving straight down, 5, 3, 2, 1, little chromatic thing there. Open, 3, 1, open on the 6th string. So that's going to enter us in. Now, going into the verse, we're going to play D minor. There we're going to go to a C major, and the way Ray Davies plays this little C is kind of nice. A lot of people play a C major like so, kind of like a cowboy chord, but if you bring your ring finger up to the G on the 6th string and add your pinky where your ring was, you get a nice kind of inversion of this chord where you've got a G or the 5th in the root. Just kind of sounds kind of cool. I play this chord this way a lot. So we've got D minor, C, then we go to F. You want to play this F with your thumb over the top, just because it's how he does it. And it's a cool way to come off this C by dropping these fingers down, playing instead of a bar chord F like so, thumb, ring, pinky, middle pointer. It's a cool way to play that F. Back to C. Now to end this verse, we're gonna play. I would to make it kind of easier on you. Because you're gonna have this. Get you back to that D minor, what we're going to do is we're going to start on A7, which is your pointer and your middle finger on the 4th and 2nd strings at the 2nd fret. And then your ring finger is going to go to G. So we're going to have an A7 with a G in the bass. Right? And then your thumb will grab the F on the 1st fret of the 6th string. That's going to bring that down to open E. So we've got lazy. We'll repeat that. Chorus. So the chorus in this guy, we're going to change to the key of D major. So that's a modulation, and often we'll modulate from a major key to a minor key. That's going to give us some different chords. So the first chord we're going to go to is D, to G7, to C7. When C7 is just a C chord, adding your pinky on the B flat on the 3rd fret of the 3rd string. To F, to A7. Now that A7 is going to go back to D minor, to G7, D minor, G7, C7, F, A7 to D minor. So that chorus is a little tricky, and provided that you know all these chords, and there's a great chord transcription of it on Ultimate Guitar that has the chords, so you can find out where the changes are. But what I want to talk about is using these different dominant chords and how they work in songwriting. The dominant chord always has a pull to go to its one chord, and in classical music they'd call that a secondary dominant. If this is super confusing, just forget about it, and we can learn it another time. But what's going on here is you've got this, as we move into the chorus and we go to the key of D, the next chord plays G7. Now in the key of D, D, E, F, G is the 4 chord. So its diatonic would be G major 7, right? But in this case they use the dominant G7, which is a dominant 4 chord, meaning it's a G chord with a flatted 7th, which is F. Now that chord really wants to go to C, because in the key of C, C, D, E, F, G, G would be the 5 chord. So the secondary dominant in this key, it would be G7 to C. So what we're doing is we use the dominant chords to cycle through to get different interesting sounds. And so again, the thing to know is a dominant chord has a strong pull to go to its 1. For instance, a G7 chord really would love to go to C. And that would be, so a D7, if D is 5, what's 1? Well, G, A, B, C, D, 5. D7 really loves to go to G. So we're using secondary dominants to make this little G7. So we're going to go to C7. Wait, C7, if C is 5, what would 1 be? F, G, A, B, C. F. So this C7 wants to go back to F. They throw in this A7 really quickly for the second half of the chorus. If A7 is the 5 chord, then what's 1? Well, they use this to shift back into D minor, because in either a minor key or a major key, the dominant chord's going to both be the same. So we said A7 to pull us back to D minor. So you can, the dominant chord is good for changing our keys, whether it's, we can go from A7 to D major, or I go to A7, and it pulls us into that, back to D minor, to G7. Cool. So playing the song, we kind of got done in the first few seconds, but throwing out the idea of secondary dominance and using those to write songs takes a little bit of time. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll try to clear it up for you. Thanks.